Okay, welcome back everyone to another episode of Yoda's Hut featuring Star Wars Destiny gameplay from the Destiny tournament held at Gamers Armory in Cary, North Carolina in February 2017. I'm Bill. I go by Yoda Man on the boards, and once again I'm joined for commentary on this game by Derek. Hey Derek, how's it going tonight?
Doing all right.
All right, so this is actually round three from the Destiny tournament that we held that day. There were 15 players out there. In the second round, I actually had a bye after losing a close game on tiebreakers to Lucas. So I'm 1-1 at this point, thanks to the bye, and I am playing Will on the left, who I've actually played one other night at Gamers Armory when I just went out for the game night. He is playing a double Padawan Qui-Gon deck with Rebel War Room. I'm pretty sure is his battleground, and I am playing an Elite Bala-Tik Jango Stormtrooper deck with Mos Eisley Spaceport as my battleground there. And so this should be an interesting matchup. I was trying to get back on there. I got the bye, so I didn't get to play around, which was kind of bad because I felt rusty after not playing much Destiny the couple weeks before the tournament. I kind of threw the deck together the night before and just kind of went with it after seeing some ideas. So I'm kind of hoping I can bounce back and actually win a game without a bye this time. so, so have you used
No,
Qui-Gon much there, Derek?
only when I first started. I haven't used him since. He's he's good. I like he basically turns your shield side of your dice into either offense or defense, so it makes him versatile. But at the same time, it's still it's just one damage at a time. Versus some of these other decks that can go super fast on you if you get the right rolls. So I haven't. To me, he seems a little slow. But I haven't. Again, this he was one of the first decks I built, and I haven't gone back to him since. So I might be wrong now that I'm a little more experienced with the game. So
Right. So it looks like we're
we'll
rolling
see
for
here.
initiative here, and I think we both got three and are having to roll again. And Will has a box too, so it's a little easier to see his. But I think at some point he actually moved the box to the other side because he was worried he was going to hit the camera. So I think we rolled a third time there, and I finally won initiative. And I think I remember choosing to use his battlefield, which, if I remember correctly, what it does is it lets you to resolve a die, and if it has a resource cost, you don't have to pay it.
Yeah.
But I didn't want him to get shields on Qui-Gon, so I took a shield on the Trooper and Bala-Tik and figured I'd let him start because I want to probably respond with Jango anyway. And he just played Ray's staff on the Padawan, and I just realized as we're watching this, that should have been free. He didn't need to pay for that because doesn't the Padawan let you play the first
No,
weapon on it for
no,
free?
it only reduces the cost by one.
Oh,
That's
well, I
what
mean, it
it
reduced it
does.
by one, but isn't as Ray's staff too?
It's two or three.
I
It
thought
must be two.
Okay, I thought it was actually only one, but maybe I'm
No,
wrong.
I know it's at least two.
Okay, so he rolled the Padawan, and I responded with Django, and I actually got two damage on one of the sides. So I put two damage on the Padawan he rolled, and he
Yeah,
resolved I think two melee or three melee total onto Balatik, and I forgot I had the shield on him because I had put it in front instead of on the card,
yeah.
and that was one right
Um,
there.
yeah, the nice thing about those Padawans is you can play stuff like your lightsabers that cost three. You can still play them on turn one.
Right.
But of course, that ability that they have that reduce the cost is only if they have nothing on them. So it's only the very first thing that you get the discount on, and it has to be a weapon. It can't be just any old upgrade.
Right. So he rolled Qui-Gon got a shield, I think, and got a melee from the Padawan. And I'm using Cannon Fodder to take a damage onto the Trooper from the Padawan's died since I had a shield there. I was trying to keep stuff away from Balatik.
Hmm.
And then he just played defensive stance, and I think he's going to give two shields to Qui-Gon. Yep.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
so,
I find that if you, I've had games before where I've ignored Qui-Gon and the shields become a problem, but if you just keep attacking him and just make sure he never has any shields on him, his effectiveness goes way down.
yeah, so I took a resource with the Trooper die, and then Will actually claimed resolved the shield die and did the damage to Bala-Tik with Qui-Gon's ability. I was a little surprised he claimed, like there really was a reason for him not to claim. He could have just used the shield, and waited to see what I did.
Well, it depends if he has nothing left in his hand that he's going to do. He has no resources anyway, and it can keep you from claiming. The only advantage to passing over claiming would be just to make you keep you aware of what can you do that he might be able to respond to it.
Yeah.
Like mess with your die, for example, after they roll it. But
Right,
if he's
exactly.
got nothing in his hand to do that does that, it doesn't really benefit him to not claim.
Yeah, and I played Fight Dirty again there and removed 3 yellow dice to do 3 damage to that Padawan that was already damaged. He just rolled the Padawan, got a resource and a melee. And I actually decided not to respond with Jango. I told him I wasn't going to use him. And I rolled Bala-Tik and got looks like a shield and a focus.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was waiting until somebody else rolled out before I wanted to do Jango's reaction.
You might play something on Jango too. It's just important to get Bala-Tik out there while you can.
I think I might have had a flank or something in my hand, so I was trying to wait and see if I wanted to use it. And there I'm playing a Jetpack on Jango. That's pretty good.
Yeah, if you get the flank, you'll still be able to use it.
Yeah, so now he just rolled out Qui-Gon, got a melee damage, and I'm going to roll out Jango in response. And it looks like I got some plus sides in a blank there. I do have Bala-Tik. Now he's moving the box. I thought I remembered at some point that he had it, and he kept worried he was going to hit the camera. Although it actually was pretty good where it was. I might have to remember that for future games. At least you could roll there and kind of see the dice before you move them, at least.
Yeah.
So.
Looks like you focused to make give Jango a regular gun. So
yeah, I think I probably did. I still haven't rolled the Trooper out yet either.
Yeah, but now Bala-Tik potentially ready again if you take out that Padawan over there that only has 2 health left.
Right. So he's doing a damage to Bala-Tik with the Ray
he's
staff.
about to lose the Padawan. You better use him while he can.
Yeah. See, I would think if I want to kill the Padawan, I probably want to resolve Bala-Tik's die first, which I guess is the shield, just so then I could potentially roll both of them back.
You can ready him and still have his dice out there and resolve it afterwards, which will come back on him and then re-roll him.
Right, yeah, I know. I just want to make sure that when I re-roll them, I've got both dice on them. So I just rolled the 2-for-1 with the Trooper, which should be pretty nice here.
Yeah, so, I mean, even if you haven't used the die yet when you ready Bala-Tik, you can still do it.
Yeah, so
you'll still be able to resolve that die, and then re-roll both dice.
Yep, so Will discarded a re-roll there. And I think what he was talking about here is saying that he apologized. Maybe he should have rolled them a little in separate places because he had 2 Padawan dice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care. Just put them wherever you want. I mean, it's like there's no real way to tell how to do it. I mean, I think the official rules are you're supposed to roll everything at the same time anyway, so I'm not sure how you're supposed to roll them and tell the difference, but
I think ideally you just roll those dice separately. Like you take just the Padawan, one of the Padawans and roll it and then roll the rest.
Right, yeah. I think that's what you should do. I know that's not the official tournament rules from what I've read, but all right, so I'm using Cannon Fodder here to take the 2 melee damage that the one Padawan had, and I'm putting it on the Trooper. Again, trying to just kind of protect Bala-Tik if I could. And I've still got a bunch of damage sitting there. I'm playing this a little risky like I did in that earlier game, that maybe I should use the damage quicker than I have to take stuff out, but
well, he hasn't played any removal, and with him claiming early last time, it kind of makes you think he didn't have any then. So if he didn't draw any, I mean, the odds are he probably can't remove anything. But it is risky for you waiting to do anything here.
And he just claimed again, so I'm like, okay, now I have free reign, even though he put a damage on Bala-Tik.
Yeah, now you got all kinds of possibilities.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the shield as my first action And then I think I'm going to resolve the 2 damage die against the one Padawan that already had 5 damage, and that's going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And that will ready Bala-Tik.
Yep.
And I've still got a bunch of damage sitting out there, even though I'd have to pay for it with 1. And I just got a single damage, a +2, and then I got pluses in the middle, I think, and 2 for 1, and I think his Padawan's in trouble.
You got enough to one-shot the Padawan?
I think I do, if I remember right. So I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I'm doing 7 there. One shot the Padawan.
And it wakes up Bala-Tik again.
And it wakes up Bala-Tik again. And I'm going to roll him in again. And I have a focus and a resource, and I've got that 2 for 1 over there. So I'm going to focus Bala-Tik and change him to a +2, and now I'm going to spend the resource and do 4 damage to Qui-Gon. So that was a pretty good turn for me.
I would say so. You did 13 points of damage.
Yeah, killed 2 Padawans and got damage on Qui-Gon to get rid of his shields.
I mean, that's enough damage to one-shot Vader.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
Yeah, that was, I couldn't complain. So he still got Qui-Gon, but Qui-Gon's only got 1 die since he didn't get any upgrades on him, and he wasn't playing the Elite version since he's got the Padawans with him. He does have 4 resources now, and he's going to play a lightsaber.
That redeploy could have come in handy a little earlier.
Yeah, sure could have. Well, I clearly don't want to roll Jango yet, so maybe I've got something to load him up with, and there's an On the Hunt.
Now, On the Hunt is definitely going to help you against Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
With his ability to remove shields.
So he just did the lightsaber special. I think he's got a shield for Qui-Gon, and I'm responding with Jango and rolling him out, and then...
The lightsaber special you gotta be afraid of, because that's unblockable. If he does that twice, he can kill Bala-Tik.
Yeah. That is true. And I think that's what I'm looking at right now. Don't want to get rid of it. Don't want to... Something else. And that is, he doesn't like you. So I'm probably going to remove the lightsaber with my blank die there.
Yeah, that's what I would do. If his last one is a shield there, I mean... Yeah, he's shield. Is that the defensive stance?
Yeah, sure. It's defensive stance. So he's got shields on Qui-Gon again. And Qui-Gon's got
showing is a shield also.
Yes, it is.
Right?
So, yep. So I'm going to go ahead and roll in Bala-Tik. It looks like I figure I can absorb 1 damage if I need to. And I got resource and shield on Bala-Tik. So.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to claim again. I said I kept wondering why he was claiming it. It just seemed like, especially if you have cards in your hand, I don't know why you can just resolve the die and still pass. And because with the dice I have, I can't imagine why I would, claim early or anything.
Well, it's just he clearly doesn't have anything in his hand that are going to modify your dice. And maybe it's equipment that he wants to play or... things to help, change his dice, because there's nothing he can do is what he's thinking. So he's just going to claim before you can do it before him.
So I gave the trooper a jetpack, and now I'm discarded to reroll a bunch of dice, and I got 3 blanks there.
Yeah, he's got 3 shields on Qui-Gon, so you effectively need 12 points of damage to kill him total.
Yeah, unless I can get rid of his shield somehow.
Yeah, well, you got your 2 on the hunts that are both have 2 sides for special, so if you can roll it with either one of them. Well, you got your focus to do it.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
It looks like I focused 2A range damage.
I would have done one on the hunts if you don't already have it.
Yeah, and then I just did... I guess I did some range damage. Maybe I had about 4 there to do. Yeah, I must have. Because I got rid of his shields that way. And I think I'm readying up, so... Maybe I figured that was a better option to get more just straight damage in rather than the shield.
Well, my guess is you had some plus damage that you wouldn't have got to resolve otherwise.
Right, I think that's what it was.
Although you still had cards in hand to discard, so maybe you should have done another reroll and gone for the kill.
Yeah. All right, so you just rolled out Qui-Gon. I'm responding with Jango, and he's got melee damage showing now. I think Bala-Tik might be in trouble.
So there's a special.
Yeah. And then for my second action, I'm going to play flank and get rid of Qui-Gon's die.
Yep.
So he is going to play, I think that's Anticipate, which makes you resolve your dice that are out in any order and then remove the rest of them that are in the pool, if I remember right.
So yeah, that's basically forcing you to resolve all your dice right now. So like you can't save the thing for him until after he puts shields on it.
Right. So I'm using On the Hunt, which isn't going to really do me much good. Or maybe we were talking about if I didn't remove a die like.
Well, either way, it's going to get removed. Either you use it or you don't.
Right. And then I'm just bringing everything else back because there's nothing else I can do.
Yeah, that's a good time to do it. When you had nothing you could really trigger there.
Right. I think that's the point, right? Your opponent gets a crappy roll and you make them put all the dice back out before they can re-roll. And I just rolled Bala-Tik and got a shield and a blank, and he rolled the lightsaber and got the special again. Of course, that'll only do 2 unblockable, so it won't take out anything.
No, I mean, you can still put a shield on Bala-Tik and he'll still have 1 health anyway.
Yeah. So I'm rolling out the trooper. Can't tell if I got shield and range damage, I think. And he's actually re-rolling the lightsaber, so he got the 3 for 1, but he doesn't have any resources.
I don't know why you would re-roll that. There's only one side of the die that has the. Well, no, it's a 3 for 1 with the resource. What was he trying to roll?
Yeah, maybe he was trying to roll it. Does that have a shield? Was he trying to just get Qui-Gon a shield or something? I don't know. That seems silly.
Yeah, that's pointless. He should have just done the 2 damage to Bala-Tik.
Yep. So I think I'm probably considering re-rolling some stuff here, I guess. So, yep. I don't know. I must be playing Fight Dirty again. So I'll do 3 damage to Qui-Gon. And then he's... Maybe he did have a resource there. Oh, that's what it was. He used the... Now that made sense, claiming, because that lets you resolve the die and not have to pay the resource if you need to.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I just did another damage to Qui-Gon after he killed Bala-Tik. And I don't think there's anything else I can do, probably. I'm looking at my hand,
I forgot that Rebel War Room was over there.
Yeah. And I'm replacing On the Hunt with just a regular blaster. Just trying to get more guns. Since the On the Hunt only had the +1 range side. And it looks like we're redding back up, but Qui-Gon's only got 3 health left. My Jango doesn't have any damage on him, and the Trooper still got 5 health left.
Yeah.
Well, that one turn certainly made a huge difference.
Well, yeah, that pretty much crippled him.
Yeah, so he's playing take cover and giving Qui-Gon a shield. I'm going to play backup muscle.
Well, Qui-Gon only has 3 health now, right?
Yep. So I can get
so
2 of them.
Backup muscle will take him out if nothing else.
Yeah, so he rolled Qui-Gon and got the lightsaber special and I think a resource on Qui-Gon or the shield, I can't tell. And I just rolled Jango in, and I wonder if I got enough damage or I can't really tell. It looks like I got some plus sides again in a blank or 2. So I'm thinking about my second action here, obviously. My second action, I'm going to roll in the Trooper, it looks like. And again, I can't tell. It looks like there's some range damage again. Maybe another resource. He's going to deflect. I think that might have been the +3 side from something.
Yeah, that'll be 2 damage.
Yeah, I think it's the +3 from the Jetpacks. It does 2 damage to Jango. And then I'm resolving something and getting rid of the shield, it looks like. Was that a 2 or 1? I guess we'll find out in a second. Yep, it's been a 2 range.
as much as it stinks to leave Jango out there, I think I would have deflected at the trooper there. I think he just has to get you less than the amount of dice you've got.
Yeah.
And there's a jetpack on that trooper anyway, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Well, now I
Yeah.
should be able to win if I can keep him from getting shields, because I could use backup muscle and get both damn. Well, yeah, he can't even get shields. I could just use backup muscle and get Qui-Gon.
Yeah, well, he's already on the clock because of that.
Yeah.
But I think he needed to lessen your dice. He's not going to accomplish anything by deflecting 2 damage at Jango, who still has 8 health left.
Yeah, so I just
But if
rerolled
if he'd hit the trooper would have been down to 3 health, I think.
Yeah, I think I have 4 total there, and he's use the force to change my natural range to a blank because I got pluses on the other sides. I'm probably considering re-rolling again, just to see if I can get enough to take out Qui-Gon here and end this game.
Well, he's got 2 health and you get your backup muscle, so you just got to get 1 damage through and then use backup muscle.
Yeah, so I'm trying to decide what to re-roll here, I guess. It's crazy to roll the jetpack because it only has plus sides.
Yeah.
So I am re-rolling the other 2 dice, and I got a resource, and I can't tell what I got with the trooper. He's taking a shield, and I'll use backup muscle to get by a shield.
Yeah.
And now I guess he can use the lightsaber if he wants to, and claim even. But now Qui-Gon's pretty toast here.
Yeah, because your first action, you just use backup muscle and he's dead.
Yeah, right. And I still have a card left, so I could try to re-roll and just see if I could get it. So he didn't claim there, and I'm actually going to claim and take the resource, it looks like. And I think the reason maybe I didn't, I just took the shield. I'm not sure. Looked like Ike must have claimed. No. Maybe, I don't know why we did that. Oh, yeah, I did claim. Yeah. I was saying I did claim that, and then I said, all right, backup muscle, the game's over. So that game really turned definitely when that big roll I got getting rid of the troop, or both Padawans, being ready Bala-Tik. So it's a good game against Will there. I mean, as a interesting deck. I think it's hard when you only start off with 3 dice, to be honest with you. I think you almost want to start with 4 in these competitive settings.
I've gone against some 3 dice decks that have been quite effective. In fact, actually, I won my tournament last week playing Vader Raider, which is 3 dice.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Well, that's a different story than these 3 characters with just 3 dice.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to use 3 characters.
Yeah, well, Vader's a heavy hitter.
Right. You want both of his dice. Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple, like I've seen, trying to think of an example, and I can't right now, where you have like 2 dice on one character and 1 on another, and it's...
Yeah, besides Vader Raider, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, my Dooku with Grievous was the same thing. It was 1 Dooku, 2 Grievous.
Yeah, and I know some people have tried 2 Luke and 1 Akbar. So
yeah, actually, tournament a week ago, Mitch 2480 won that tournament with that deck.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess there's a few, but I think I guess my point was Qui-Gon and those Padawans. I just don't think have enough oomph to just when you only have 3 dice, they're just. I'm not sure you don't get the enhancements or upgrades out like Will did.
Yeah,
in
one thing you can do though is he was running Ray's staff, and the Padawans have 3 melee on. There's 6 sides of their dice. You run that event from the starter set that says spot however many melee you have showing on the table from the dice you rolled, and your opponent discards that many cards at random.
Yeah, that's true. You can do that too.
Yeah, I did that in with my Vader Raider deck in the tournament. I did 2 turns in a row. I struck with Vader so that my opponent had to discard a card, and then next turn I played that and made him discard because he played a card, and then I made him discard 2 of his remaining 3 cards at random.
Oh, wow.
I did that 2 turns in a row to him with that, and it's quite brutal.
Yeah.
So
Well, I guess there's a few things. I've been partial to 4 dice starts and
yeah, I
and the
think
decks I've been building.
most of the time that's what you end up with in deck. But I think there's a few exceptions. But yeah, running something like Han and Luke, where you get 1 die each, it just isn't going to work.
No.
Which is why it's going to be interesting when the new set comes out, because the Emperor, who's 28 points to run with only 2 dice, but he's an insane character.
Yeah.
So I'll be curious. Supposedly he's got more playtesting than any other card in the set. That's what the designers were saying when they made him. So
Yeah, and we'll see how that turns out then.
yeah, it seems to me like one electroshock and you lose half your dice, or there's so many removals. It makes it sound like it's going to be hard to make use of him, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if they'll have something similar to Tactical Mastery for the blue sets that'll let you potentially roll and resolve. So you
that
don't.
would be so brutal.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, it seems like that might not be the best idea, but it kind of makes you wonder. All right, so after this round 3 here, I was actually 2-1 thanks to the bye before, and Will was 1-2. So we had one more round of Swiss since there's 15 people, and then we're gonna cut to a top 4. But because of time constraints at the tournament, the top 4 was just gonna be single elimination, like one game rather than best of 3. So. But again, I was having fun. I at least earned my win that time, and then I kind of realized with how many people were there, if I could somehow win my last game, I might sneak into the top cut, which would be pretty cool. So, anyway, so let's wrap up this game from the Star Wars Destiny Tournament held at Gamers Armory in Cary, North Carolina in February 2017. Thanks as always for joining me for commentary, Derek. Appreciate it.
Yep.